Nope, we haven't walked into a traffic light. It's not Hulk's living room. Liverpool just dropped their new third kit and we're going green.
Going green. Greenwich. Saddle up. You got it, boss.
Hello and welcome to Tops of the Cop and another edition of the worst kept secret in football. Yes, Liverpool have just launched their 2025-2026 Adidas third kit. And yes, we've gone back to the trefoil, which we knew about anyway. We've gone back to the classic late 80s, early 90s badge, but we knew that anyway. The only question mark was, what shade of green would it be? Well, I can confirm it's that shade of green. But before we get into this absolutely stunning new kit, I'm just going to go over a few details in terms of the design and the reasons why Liverpool have gone back to something like this for the first time in 34 years. So the new Liverpool third jersey celebrates the return of Adidas's Originals trefoil to a Liverpool kit for the first time in 34 years, alongside the club's heritage crest from 1987 to 1992. Yeah, so what we all know about kit manufacturers nowadays is they always want to look at a shirt that goes back to a certain point in the club's history and look at other shirts for influence. And again, there's nothing wrong with that because everyone loves a throwback shirt and it brings back the memories, and that's what kits are about. So when you look at Liverpool's 25-26 third shirt, there's one thing that jumps straight out, and it's a direct nod to the 1991 Adidas away kit, the one in that unforgettable sort of shade of green, the one I'm wearing now. Back in the early 90s, Adidas went bold. They gave Liverpool a shirt, something like we'd never seen before. It was like a rich bottle green, jagged white graphic patterns, the Adidas equipment stripes. It almost looked futuristic at the time. It did divide opinion. It still divides opinion, but over the years, it's become a bit of a cult classic. Real piece of Liverpool's history, especially shirt-wise, despite us not being very good that season. You'd see legends like Barnes and Rush wearing it, but then, I think at the time it makes people think of like Dean Saunders when we signed him, Mark Walters, Mark Wright, and then obviously Rob Jones signing as well. So, for many fans, that shirt represents a very specific era of the club. Maybe not one that's, got good memories, but, certainly, winning the FA Cup that year was good, but, the kit was still different. Fast forward to 2025 and Adidas have clearly used that design as inspiration. Obviously, it's the badge straight away. The badge is almost identical, but given a slight little modern twist to it. The green's completely different. And I'm glad about that as well. I'd rather have not gone to this really dark bottle green. This is more smoother and redefined. But again, you've got this cleaner, more minimal aesthetic kind of look and thing that you'd expect from today's kit culture. I'll go into the fit in a minute, but it's a lot nicer, isn't it, at the end of the day? But the 91 shirt is clearly the inspiration for this, going back to the green, and then sort of going back to the 91 badge as well. Oh, excuse me, sorry, I just can't stop staring at it. So there's a little bit of information as to why Liverpool and Adidas went down this route for the design, and it's just absolutely stunning. It really, really is. What I have here is the sort of retail/authentic version. I just want to say a big thank you to Subside Sports for providing me with this Liverpool shirt. And if you're looking to buy any type of footy shirt, Subside's got you covered. But it's not just the latest footy shirts. There's name sets, retro stuff, sleeve patches, and loads more. Links in the description. Go and check them out. So that's what we're going to look at today, and I'm going to do a separate video that looks at the player versions of all three shirts. Okay, so that's going to come separately, but this is just the first look at the authentic version, and I think it's probably one that most people are probably going to buy anyway, but it's absolutely beautiful. So let's just take a little bit of a deeper dive to it. I can't stop looking at it. It's absolutely beautiful. First of all, the colour. I am pleased to say that the colour is quite dark compared to what the latest images were showing us. It was felt quite turquoisey. This still does have an element to it, especially when you put it against the other Adidas green shirts, but it is a bit darker than I first expected, so I am pleased with that. And we've seen enough version of those hanging around, didn't we? It's beautiful. It really is. So I am pleased to say that the colour is a little bit darker than we expected, which is good. the first thing that strikes me about this shirt and what stands out the most is the trefoil and the Liverpool Classic badge coming together. I think that is one of the finest things about this shirt, is the fact that those two are paired up together. It just works really, really well because it just gives you that big retro vibe to it. And I'm really pleased that that's the route they went down, because for years when we didn't have Adidas, I was so jealous of the likes of Atletico Madrid and Roma getting really, really stunning trefoil third shirts. And I thought, oh, if only we were made by Adidas and we could have a classic trefoil. Well, now we've got it. We've waited 34 years, but we've got it back, and it's absolutely brilliant to see. Another key highlights for me on this shirt and jersey is the fact that we have the black piping along the collar and the sleeves as well. That is one of my favourite things about it, because it just sets it apart as well. It gives it that sort of classic but modern feel to it as well. So it's something you could just wear any time. And that's not me saying, oh yeah, look at that, a grown man wearing a football shirt. I'd probably wear it down the pub. I probably would. Yeah, that's me, but I don't care. But yeah, it's really, really nice. We've got the 97 Hillsborough logo on the back, which again, lovely touch by Warrior when they introduced it on the back of the shirt. And I'm really glad that that has been carried over from Adidas and Nike as well, giving props to them as well. Classic 3 Adidas stripes along the shoulders. A little bit disappointed that they don't creep in over the crease and then they go into the sleeves. But we can't have everything, can we? Because money rules the world and everybody wants sponsors on the sleeves. But let's face it, sponsors aren't going to be that big. Yeah. So do what they used to do. We used to put the patch over the 3 stripes and we can still have it. Yeah. That would be my only advice. Because we want 3 stripes. We want more 3 stripes. That's what we're after. But we know we'll never get it because money talks, doesn't it? Absolutely. But yeah, guys, honestly, it's just beautiful. It is. It's really, really nice. And I'm so impressed with what Adidas and Liverpool come up with there. And I do think it's going to be an all-timer. Now, we don't know whether we're going to win something in it, but we can have the option of a shirt being an all-timer, even if you don't win anything in it, because of its look. And we can have the ugliest shirts in the world, but we win something in them and they automatically become a classic. I think this is a classic instantly. I do think this will probably be the biggest seller out of the 3. I think it's been the most anticipated one. I think everybody's been waiting for this more than anything. And I just think it's because of the trefoil. And it's just, yeah, and going back to the darker part of it as well, I think people wanted a darker version of it. But again, it's when you see it in the flesh, it's really, really nice. And it's not as turquoisey as what we sort of thought it might be. So, yeah, so what I'll do now is I'll try it on and we'll see how it fits.
1 minute into the future to be exact.
So how's the fit? Well, it fits quite nicely, actually. It drapes really nice for a large as well. Obviously, the large in the player version will be a much tighter fit, but this gives you quite a bit of room for a large as well. So it is actually quite baggy. So I wouldn't say you need to go a size up or anything like that. Definitely not. There is room in the arms as well. So it is actually really comfortable for a large. It is. It's nice. Drapes quite low in terms of, I think it's a bit longer than probably what I'm used to, but you know, fit wise, it's really, really nice. Like I said, it drapes really nice for a large. So I'm happy. If I was going to be buying one of these, I would go for, you know, true to size, really. You know, I don't think you need anything else. I think if you're a medium, stick with a medium. If you're small, get a small. If you're large, extra large, whatever. I think just get true to size because it fits quite nicely.
Look out!
Yeah, it's absolutely stunning, isn't it? Is it my favourite out of the 3? Oh, it might be. Oh, it might be my favourite out of the 3 of them. Yes, a crew. Love you too. Jesus, honestly. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think about this shirt. That was your first hands-on look at the new shirt. Do let me know what you think. Let me know if you're going to buy one. Let me know if you have bought one, because I always like it when people are buying the new shirts, and that makes them very, very happy when they've got the new one. So yeah, so do let me know in the comments what you think. Keep your eye out for my review of all 3 player versions of the shirts coming very, very soon to Tops of the Cop. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. And yeah, I'm just gonna go and gonna wear this for the rest of the night now. So I'll catch up with you later. See you later.